Hi everyone, thanks for choosing to watch my video. Today I'm going to just do a quick demonstration, I guess, about the Vitamix and how I make mine and my husband's daily smoothie. So I don't really have a lot of time in the morning, so sometimes I will do this once or twice a week, but I'll make about 4 smoothies, 2 for him, 2 for me. And how I start is with some water. I'll just put some water in. Now, this Vitamix is over 15 years old, I think. This Vitamix is over 15 years old. I've had it forever. I have replaced this container to the wider one. It came with a really tall one. And same base and everything, though. The only thing I've had to replace is the container. And at one point, I did have to get a thing to do the screw here to fix the other container. And then it still lasted me quite a long time, and it still works. But I wanted this wider container, and it's shorter, so that it would fit underneath my counters to store it when not in use. So I don't really use any measurements. I kind of eyeball it. I do water, and then if I feel like it's not enough, I'll add more. I also use this Orgain protein powder. This one is the plant-based one, and it has low sugar. So if you're trying to reduce sugar like we are and not spike your glucose levels, this is the one to do. It's the Orgain protein powder. Orgain has another one. It's like a peanut butter cup. It has real sugar, so that will spike you. But this one will not. So because I'm kind of dividing it into 4-ish smoothies, 2 for my husband, 2 smaller ones for me, I just kind of ballpark it. I do about 4 scoops. Like, so for one, you're supposed to do 2 scoops, I think. I just do 4 generous scoops, basically for 4 shakes. Because we're getting the protein, but really we do eat protein through the day. So this is just a little boost if we're super hungry and we're trying not to snack. So that's the Orgain powder. And then what I do is I prep this, but my shakes also have Vital Proteins powder. So I kind of wait. I make the shake, and then I put my Vital Proteins in at the end to just do my little 2. So I do the powder, and then I have this that I get from Costco, which is a huge bag of 1.5 pound bag, triple wash Power Greens. What I do is I freeze it. It has baby chard, baby spinach, and baby kale. I freeze it, and then what happens is I just kind of mush it up when it's frozen, and it makes it really tiny. And all I do is take it and I pour it in. I'm probably gonna make the whole thing because, I'm making 4 smoothies. But I'm gonna leave this out for now just to see if I have enough. Then what I'll do is, it's for 4 shakes, but I'm only doing like just a handful, maybe 4 strawberries, frozen strawberries. So these are frozen. The Power Greens were also frozen. And I have like half a cup of blueberries, frozen blueberries. I have those all frozen, so the blueberries. And I'm just throwing it in because I kind of want it to be veggie heavy instead of fruit heavy. So I have these little cucumbers. I just have that extra. I'm going to put that in. And then I cut up some green apples. I'm going to put 2 of those in. I think I'm going to save this for my celery juice. Just to give it a little bit of sweet, natural sweet, I have some banana that I froze because my bananas went old. And then this is celery pulp. If you see my other videos, I do celery juice as well in the morning. So this is the pulp that I have frozen. I usually put it into ice cubes, but I've just been so lazy. I just threw it in a bag and then I break it up. So that's the celery. I have a couple of grape tomatoes that were going bad, so I froze those, and those are going to go in there. And then I just have a little bit of a beet, a little bit that I just had left over from the farmer's market, so I'm going to throw that in there. What I also have is when I do make kale salads, I kind of strip the stems. So here's a little bit more kale stems that I just want to kind of get rid of and use up. And then I have another video about my sprouts, and these are my broccoli sprouts. A lot of antioxidants, especially if you freeze them. So from frozen, I'll take them and I'll just put in a handful of the sprouts. A lot of antioxidants in that. So it's going to be a pretty big shake there. I'm going to put these back in. So then what I do is I just mix it on. I go pretty slowly. I just put the cover on there. So you got the cover on tight. If I didn't put it all in, I could also take off this top part and then just slowly feed it in. Or you also, there's a thing that you can make sure that everything goes down. It's a little masher thing. But I'm going to just start at the lowest setting, at 2, turn it on. It's not plugged in. So let's turn on to the lowest setting. It should be fine to just go ahead and do it all on its own. I'm not even going to touch it. Sometimes I have to stabilize it by holding it down, especially when you get to the higher speeds. But I'm just going to do that. And sometimes I just give it a little shake just to see. There's some stuff on the sides there. If I don't get it, that's fine, but just to get it. So if you want a really smooth one, then you're going to really do it for a few minutes. Now, depending on how chunky you want it, how smooth you want it, you could do this down to like liquid, or you can have it a little bit firmer. But we keep this in for a couple of days, or we'll drink one today and then the next one tomorrow. So I have, for my husband, I have these 16-ounce jars. I have these tiny mason jars, and then, but you'll see first, I pour his out, so just to look at the this is pretty wet, so his will go first. I'll just pour that in. And then that's 2. Who knows, I might have enough for 3. Okay, I kind of just ballpark it, so I probably have enough for another one, so I'm doing another one. And then what I do is, so with the leftover, I'll put it back on, and then I'll do the Vitamix. That's mine. The Vital Proteins, my collagen, because I'm trying to look and feel my best and look a little younger, help my skin out here and my hair and nails now that I'm 50. So I take 2 scoops of this. Actually, I ballpark it. This is the end of it, but so I ran out, so I had to go get my other jar. I usually have a spare one on hand because for every serving you're supposed to have 2 scoops. So I did about 1.5 there. I'm just going to do another 1.5 to make it 4. So, because I think this will just be two servings. So this, I stock up at Costco or Amazon. You can get this too, collagen peptides, vital proteins. I feel like it's helped with joints and muscles and my skin. So then I just cover it and then I turn it back on. And this, it kind of makes the smoothie fluffier, I guess. So there's more volume. So I just kind of mix that up good. Mix that up, give it a shake, and then I pour it into mine. And I don't need to fill it all the way, but I just even it out so that it's equal. And then that way, I mean, the best is to just do a smoothie and juice right in the morning before you go, but sometimes time doesn't allow that, so I cheat and do a couple days of prep. So that's my smoothie, and this Vitamix is great. It's good. You could do everything in this Vitamix. You can make soups, you could ground almonds, you can do almond powder. I've done oatmeal flour just by grinding up oatmeal. And to wash it, I basically just, what you're supposed to do is fill it up with a little water, put it on here, and then put a little bit of dish soap and then turn it on. Sometimes I do that, and other times I'll just put it in the sink and just wash it with my brush. But technically that's how you're supposed to wash it, is just put a little bit of soap. Turn it on, and then you rinse it off in the sink. So there you have it. That's 2 small smoothies and 3 big ones. And so I basically filled it all the way to the top. And this will last 2 to 3 days. So hope you enjoyed that. Just get a glimpse of how I do my daily smoothie. And if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. If you have any suggestions, you have any tips of what you do, please comment below. Thank you for watching.